All right, continuing the learning series on down payment assistance loans. What are down payment assistance loans? Well, you can come in here for a real quick Q&A with Chat GPT, and it'll tell you a DPA is a loan that is down payment assistance, which helps homeowners cover their down payment and sometimes closing costs. These programs are typically offered by government agencies, nonprofits, or local authorities to make homeownership more accessible, especially for first-time homebuyers and low to medium income borrowers, right? So you come over here to your slideshow, and what does that say? Oh, it says it right here, right? So here's the one thing, a couple things I want you to understand is that down payment assistance doesn't always come from a state or federal agency. Sometimes they come from lenders as community reinvestment programs. Sometimes they come from churches. Sometimes they come from your bosses. Sometimes they come from 401ks, right? A down payment assistance loan can be very versatile and come from several different places. But traditionally, when people ask you, do you have down payment assistance or do you know how to do down payment assistance loans? This is what they're talking about, right? Those federal grants or federal agencies or federal programs that allow the borrower to come in with little to no out-of-pocket money of their own. Okay, so these are provided to you by specific agencies and specific programs, and I'm going to go over to each individual one that we offer here in-house on the next couple of slides, but they don't have to be first-time homebuyers every single time. There are programs out there that allow for people to use down payment assistance as a reoccurring buyment opportunity if they meet certain criteria. Home for heroes, right? Veterans, EMTs, police officers, those that meet that criteria, sometimes nurses and doctors and physicians, depends on the program of who meets that criteria, but those often are not required to be first-time home buyers. They're just required to be in one of those fields of opportunity. Other programs require them to be in specific houses, in specific zip codes, in specific areas of town, and then you can use it over and over and over again. Those are called targeted areas. Now, are you going to find a target area? Almost never, right? Can you? Sure, it's possible. Are you going to? Probably never, right? But they are available. And also, it can be used to cover down payment and sometimes closing costs or more, but that depends on the program. And what I'm talking about in closing costs and more, I'm not talking about debts, right? That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is 2-1 buy downs, right? Escrows, right? Single premium mortgage insurance needed for conventional loans. Stuff like that can be added into that lump sum closing cost conversation and more. But traditionally, you're just going to cover whatever percent down you needed plus whatever applicable closing costs are associated. And then these can be repaid, forgiven, or deferred. And so ChatGPT did a real good job talking about this here. Grants mean no payment is required. Those are few and far in between. Deferred is the most popular option. No payment until you sell, refinance, or move. Forgivable loans means the loan is forgiven after a certain period of time. And then low interest loans, which is now becoming the more traditional way because they're self-funding, meaning these DPA loans are now requiring some sort of small payment to them so that way they can keep funding more loans in the future. That's enough for this slide. We'll see you on the next slide. Down payment assistance. Here we go.